it's Blunt World, Blunt Universe. I'm your host with the most, here to brag, boast, celebrate, toast. And you know we came here to smoke. I'm Tater Loose Cannon Adams. You now tuned in to the Very Blunt Sports Podcast. Y'all could have been anywhere in the world right now, but y'all here with me, and I appreciate that. So we just here to let y'all know right now, the blunt is now in session. We're going to see what got us smoking. But first and foremost, I want to say if you're a new subscriber, thank you. Keep watching. And if you ain't a new subscriber, you've been down since day one, keep watching, like, comment, share, do all of that good stuff. This is part one of the NFL Kickoff show. We're going to be talking about Madden, some NFL news, and all other types of stuff we're getting into. But right now, we're going to be talking about the Las Vegas Raiders. Now, last year, they kind of had, pretty messed up year, with players on their team catching charges. Then you got John Gruden in these email situations. But they made a little turn, by hiring Sandra Douglas Morgan as their new president. She's the first black woman president in the NFL history. So that's definitely a good look for her, for the Raiders team, for the organization, for them as a whole. They look pretty good over there in that AFC West, with everything that they was able to do by catching Devontae Adams and a couple other people. So look forward to them to doing some big things out there on the field. Now, I know a lot of Pittsburgh Steelers fans. I'm from Erie, PA. You could say this is basically, Steeler country, but it's a little, mix of everybody, fan-wise in the NFL. But all in all, this is still a country now. Used to be called Heinz Field. If you know a little bit, before it was Heinz Field, it was called Three River Stadium. But then it came Heinz Field, and it's been Heinz Field for the past 20 years. A lot of playoff games been won there, division titles, even brought 2 Super Bowls there. But they changing their name. They ain't Heinz Field no more. They at Acrisure Stadium. Let me know how y'all feel about that. Is it still Heinz Field to y'all? Is y'all still going to call it Heinz Field? Is y'all going to acknowledge and recognize it under this name? Let me know. Now, like I said, this is the NFL kickoff season, kickoff show, whatever you want to call it. We celebrating the bringing back football. We going into week 1. Next episode going to be Tay's Picks, where, I predict who I think going to win that week, and I'm going to do it every week. We got a long 17 weeks ahead of us, so let's all strap in and ride together, keep smoking on every episode. The blunt will always be in session now for 17 straight years. There ain't been no repeat champion. That's the longest streak in the NFL right now as far as the Super Bowl concerned. Now, the last team to do that was the New England Patriots. They went back-to-back. I think it was 2004 and 2005. Hall of Fame Tom, GOAT Brady, whatever you want to call him. They was the last team to do that. So for 17 years, there ain't been no repeat. There ain't been no back-to-back, however you want to call it. Can the Rams do it? I think they got a good shot at doing it, but the season looked tough. Their division looked tough. Everybody, stepped their game up. They got a lot of good picks, in the draft, and they picked up a lot of people, free agency and the offseason. So can the Rams do it? What y'all think? If you're a Rams fan, I know you're probably saying yeah. So as you should, rightfully so, because that's your team. Now, past couple of years, the NFL, they done had these color rush jerseys, some good, some bad, depending on your team, depending on your color, depending on what you like, your taste, your fashion, however, you want to wear it. But now they got alternate helmets. Tell me what y'all think, some of these teams with the new helmets. You got the Carolina Panthers, the Houston Texans, you got the New York Jets, the Cincinnati Bengals, the Atlanta Falcons, New Orleans Saints. You got the Philadelphia Eagles, that's Philly. And then you got the Dallas Cowboys. Let me know which one is your favorite alternate helmet, if that's your team or if it ain't your team, if you just like the design, whatever the case may be. Comment underneath and let me know. Now, just said something about Hall of Fame Tom Brady, GOAT Brady. That's what I call him. That's who I think is the GOAT QB all time in the NFL. You could dispute with that. You could disagree, whatever, your case may be, whoever you like. But a lot of news been going on about Tom Brady, some shit about his personal life and his wife, but don't really care too much about that. But he ain't been at none of the practices, none of the drills, meetings. He ain't been participating with the team for whatever personal reason he got going on. But I think Tom Brady, he a wrestling fan in this aspect, and some of my wrestling fans, they know what I'm talking about when I say this. He got his Bret Hart on. He got his inner Bret Hart in him. He said, "No one needs to question where I was or what I was doing. All you need to know is I'm the best there is, the best there was, and the best there ever will be." And then he just left it at that. What y'all think about that? Y'all think he being cocky? Y'all think he being true? Y'all think he being right? Do y'all agree? Do y'all disagree? But it finally came out of his mouth. He said he the best there is, the best there was, and the best there ever will be. What y'all think? But when he finally hang up his helmet and his cleats, when he finally done, when he finally retire, we don't know whenever the hell that is, but when he finally do, step off the field, he can step into the commentating booth because Fox then gave him that bag. They gave him a 10-year contract for $375 million. So when he done, he ain't gotta just, sit around or wait or just be depressed, and he's still somewhat close to the game. Matter of fact, he is close to the game because he gonna be a lead analyst, for Fox. Like I said, they gave him that bag. He could go in the booth. He could still travel, with the NFL. He going to the Hall of Fame. He could keep his career going like that. A lot of players done did it. Troy Aikman, Tony Romo, you name them. He got a good insight. It'd be good. I think him and Peyton Manning should do Monday Night Football, or somebody should give both of those dudes a job together. I'll watch that. Now, I know y'all know the divisions in NFL, the East, West, South, and North on both sides, the AFC and the NFC. But I saw this somewhere. What if we did a division realignment? What if, we realign the divisions based off of their geographical proximity, Now, we're going to start in the NFC East. You got the Washington Commanders. You got Philadelphia Eagles. You got the Baltimore Ravens. And you got the Pittsburgh Steelers. I like this division realignment right here. Washington and Philly still get to keep their rivalry. Baltimore and Pittsburgh still get to keep their rivalry. But then, me being from PA, you got the Eagles and the Steelers. A lot of people love to see that twice a year because you only see those two teams play each other in the regular season once every 4 years. So let me know what y'all think about the NFC East. Now, they call it the NFC Central, but it's the NFC North, and they still keeping their same 4 teams in their division. You got the Chicago Bears, the Detroit Lions, the Green Bay Packers, and the Minnesota Vikings. Still the same, ain't nothing changed as far as that division, the NFC North. Now you got the NFC South. You got the Dallas Cowboys, the Atlanta Falcons, the New Orleans Saints, and the Houston Texans. Now the Falcons and the Saints, they still get to keep their rivalry. It'll be a battle of Texas, between Dallas and Houston. I know a lot of people down there, they love to see that, twice a year. Let me know what y'all think. If y'all a fan of any of these teams, any division realignments, it's based off the geographical proximity. If you don't know what that means, go look it up. You got the NFC West. You got LA, Los Angeles Chargers. You got the San Francisco 49ers. You got another LA team, the current reigning defending Super Bowl champs, the Los Angeles Rams. And you got the Seattle Seahawks. Now, 3 out of these 4 teams is still the NFC West. The only team that got added was the Chargers. So basically, 3 out of these 4 teams, it's a battle for California, both LA teams and San Fran. Like I said, if this was what they got the NFC West right now, the only team that got added was the Chargers. Let me know what y'all think. We're going to jump over to the AFC. Basically, this is the New York State of Mind division right here, with the exception of one team. You got the Buffalo Bills, the New York Giants, the New York Jets, and the New England Patriots. But the only team that got added in to this one was the New York Giants. They took out, the Miami Dolphins because in this division, how they got it realigned, they in the South. So you got three teams that represent New York. Only one team play in the state of New York, the Giants and the Jets. They play in Jersey. They share a stadium. And you got the New England Patriots. The state of Massachusetts ain't that far from New York. Let me know what y'all think. If any of y'all teams in this AFC East, this is just the realignment. This ain't how it really is. Now, the AFC Central, basically the AFC North, you got the Cincinnati Bengals, Cleveland Browns, Indianapolis Colts, and you got the Tennessee Titans. Bengals and Browns, they keep their rivalry. And the Colts and the Titans, they keep their rivalry. So it's basically, you could say it's even, just adding something new onto it. AFC South, you got Tampa Bay Buccaneers, you got the Miami Dolphins, you got the Jacksonville Jaguars, and you got the Carolina Panthers. You got three Florida teams and the Carolina team. With this one, I think this is the only division where nobody kept their rivalry as far as being what they call the AFC South. Nobody really kept their rivalry in this one. It's the only one that was really mixed up like that. I like it though. Now you got the AFC West. You got the Denver Broncos, the Arizona Cardinals, Kansas City Chiefs, and the Las Vegas Raiders. Only team that got added in was the Arizona Cardinals. Denver, Kansas City, and Las Vegas, they still get to keep their rivalry. Like I said, this is all realignment of the divisions based off the geographical proximity. Let me know what y'all think. Y'all agree? Y'all disagree? I like if they was to do the division like that. If they was to realign everything like that. Let me know what y'all think. Now, 8 months ago, the late, great John Madden passed away. This is going to be the first whole NFL season without him in the commentary booth, without him being close to the game. He was somebody who was important to the game of football. He was a good ambassador. He brought a lot of things on the field and off the field and into the commentating booth, and a lot of his stuff going to live on. One of the main things that's going to live on is the Madden games. Madden is for the culture. It's been around since the late 80s, early 90s. I remember they used to have Madden tournaments on ESPN where different people from around the world would play each other in Madden, and they would end up in New York in Times Square playing on the big screen to see who would be the overall Madden champion. Now that, we back outside, I hope they bring that back. A lot of these players and a lot of these coaches and a lot of these people that's into the games and to the gaming world, they say a lot about the rating system. Madden matters. You know what I'm saying? Because if it didn't matter, these players wouldn't care that much about their rating. Madden done stood the test of time. In every football game, except Madden done came and went. NFL Blitz, NFL 2K, head coach, quarterback club, you name it. Madden done left them all in the dust. So it's definitely for the culture. He definitely will live on. And with all of that being said, we going straight into these Madden ratings with the real division, you know what I'm saying? Not the realignment no more. But Aaron Donald and Peyton Manning, they the only players that got 6 Madden 99 overall ratings. They part of that Madden 99 club. That's Aaron Donald and Peyton Manning. Let me know what y'all think. Now, TJ Watt, Pittsburgh Steelers. He was the Defensive Player of the Year, tying Michael Strahan with the single-season sack record. He got a 96 rating. A lot of people don't like that. Apparently, he don't like that. A lot of Steelers fans don't like that. A lot of Madden gamers don't like that because he got the lowest rating in 8 years out of any reigning defending Defensive Player of the Year. Madden fans, Steelers fans, tell me what y'all think and let me know what y'all think about that. Stumbling over my words a little bit. We back. It's football season. first show, this is the kickoff, and I got another episode coming, Tay's Picks. Make sure y'all watch out for that. Now we got the top 10 Madden players and their overall rating. We're going to start at number 10. If you didn't know, now you know. We got Greg Kittle, San Fran 49ers. He got an overall 97. Derrick Henry, Tennessee Titans, got an overall 97. Number 8, Zach Martin, Dallas Cowboys. He got a 98. Number 7, Travis Kelce of the Kansas City Chiefs. He got a 98. Jalen Ramsey of LA, the Rams, he got a 98. Number 5, now we in the top 5. Cooper Kupp of the LA Rams got a 98. Number 4, Trent Williams of the San Francisco 49ers, he got a 99. Number 3, Myles Garrett, Cleveland Browns, he got a 99. Devontae Adams of the Las Vegas Raiders, he got a 99. And who got that number 1 spot? Aaron Donald of the Los Angeles Rams, he got a 99. So overall, he the best when it comes to Madden right now. Like I said, this is 6th time in the Madden 99 club. What y'all think about that, gamers? What y'all think about that top 10 list? Who ranked in at number 10? Who came in at number 1 and everything else in between? Let me know. Now, this is Madden 23. This is the overall ratings of the team. We're going to start with the NFC East. Got the Dallas Cowboys with an 86 overall. You got Philly, the Eagles, with an overall rating of 85. You got the Washington Commanders. They got an 81. And you got the New York Football Giants, got a 75. NFC East fans, what y'all think? Now the NFC West, you got the Rams, LA, 88. You got San Fran, 49ers, 86. You got the Cardinals, Arizona. They got an 84. And you got the Seattle Seahawks, who got a 76. What y'all think? You got the NFC North, the Green Bay Packers, they got an 88. The Minnesota Vikings got an 80. The Chicago Bears got a 78. And the Detroit Lions got a 78. NFC North fans, let me know. NFC South, got the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, 92. They number 1 as far as the overall team rating. I'm going to just, spoiler alert right now. New Orleans Saints is an 82. Carolina Panthers is a 79. The Atlanta Falcons, 77. That was the NFC. Now we jump into the AFC. You got the Buffalo Bills at 89. Miami Dolphins at 83. New England Patriots at 81. The New York Jets at 79. I ain't much of a gamer. I ain't going to sit here and lie. But some of these ratings, they're on point, and then some of them I'm kind of surprised about. Let you know in the next episode. Now you got the LA Chargers. They're at 87. Kansas City Chiefs is at 86. The Denver Broncos is at 84. And the Las Vegas Raiders, they're at 83. No team on here ranked under 80. They might be the only team, they might be the only division, where all the teams ranked 80 and above. Could be wrong, but let's go on to the next one. You got the AFC North. You got the Baltimore Ravens, 87. You got the Cincinnati Bengals, 85. You got the Cleveland Browns, 84. And you got the Pittsburgh Steelers at 80. So I proved myself wrong because they're another division under Madden as a whole that didn't rank under 80. So now you got the AFC South. You got the Tennessee Titans, 82. You got the Indianapolis Colts ranked at 82. You got the Jacksonville Jags, the Jaguars ranked at 77. And you got the Houston Texans at 74. These is the overall Madden team ratings. Let me know what y'all think. Like I said, rest in peace to John Madden, somebody who's important to the football culture, the gaming culture, and all of that in between. Definitely will be missed. First full year without him. I don't know what the Raiders, going to do, if they're going to have something on the helmets or something on the jerseys. I don't know if the whole NFL as a whole, they're going to have something where every team is basically paying homage and repping John Madden. Let me know what y'all think about that. Like I said, rest in peace to John Madden, important to the culture and the football culture. Now, an NFL commercial just came out. If you ain't see it, it had a couple, stars, celebrities, rappers in there. And one of the main things that I saw, that I wanted to point out was Pusha T and Lil Wayne. They both in this commercial. Now, Pusha T wearing the Tom Brady jersey. Lil Wayne is in there wearing the Aaron Rodgers jersey because he a Green Bay Packers fan. Now, I don't know if they just set their differences to the side just so they could get the bag for that commercial, or, did they really, dead they beef, they problem situation, whatever they had, whatever was going on. And could Jay-Z be a part of it? Reason I say that is because Jay-Z been making a lot of moves with the NFL, been doing a lot of things with the NFL and trying to bring a little bit more culture to the NFL, with all of the controversy that's been going on. And it was Jay-Z and Nas that talked Dr. Dre into doing, the Super Bowl halftime show. Said it was important, for the music, and it was important, for hip hop, and it was important, for the culture, overall. You know what I'm saying? Well, hip hop won big, and hip hop won, at the Emmys, because that Super Bowl halftime show, Super Bowl 56, it got 2 Emmys: Outstanding Variety Special, Outstanding Production Design. So, big win for hip hop. Definitely a big win for hip hop. This is the first halftime show that got nominated and first halftime show that won, and it was hip hop. I'm going to keep stressing that. I'm going to keep saying that. It was hip hop that did it. You know what I'm saying? First time it was the all hip hop show. If you ain't know, now you know. It was Dr. Dre. It was Snoop Dogg. It was Eminem. It was 50 Cent, Mary J. Blige, and Kendrick Lamar. And we going to talk more about that halftime show because it started a little beef, little battle between the Game and Eminem. But before we get into that, 50 Cent and the Houston Texans, they came to an agreement where, 50 champagne and his cognac is the official drink of the Houston Texans. That's a good look for them and a big move for NFL and for hip hop as a whole. Thank you, NFL, for, finally embracing hip hop. I know it's just a start. Sometimes you got to crawl before you walk. I don't know if they'll fully let us take over the NFL. I don't even know if they're going to give us another all hip hop halftime show. I don't know if they're going to do it back to back like that. I mean, if there ain't been no Super Bowl champions in the past 17 years that went back to back, a team that went back to back, I doubt they let hip hop do it, but I could be wrong. I've been proven wrong before. Let me know what y'all think about that. Now, we're going to talk about this halftime show again and what it had led into. It led into the game. It led into him saying something about Eminem, making a song, diss track, shots fired, bang, bang, whatever you want to call it. Now, like I said, in that first off, understand this, right? Jay-Z was the executive producer of the halftime show. He got in touch with Dr. Dre. He said, yo, want you to be a part of this. Invite whoever you want. Listen to that again. He said, invite whoever you want. Now, a couple people, there was givens, what I call usual suspects. Should have knew that Snoop Dogg was going to be there. And you should have knew that Eminem was going to be there. Everybody else was kind of like who's who was going to be there. In the original advertisements, it was just Dr. Dre. It was just Snoop Dogg, Mary J. Blige, Kendrick Lamar, and Eminem. Nobody even knew that 50 Cent was going to be there. He was a surprise. All right? When he came hanging upside down when he did in the club. The game feels some type of way. The game feels because it's a couple reasons. Because he was under, the G-Unit Shady Aftermath, that umbrella. So he felt he should have been part of the halftime show. And because he a Rams fan, and because he from LA, and the Super Bowl was in SoFi Stadium where the Chargers and the Rams play at, and the Rams won. He felt he should have been part of that halftime show. So now he basically been in his feelings about it, going on rants, different, media outlets, saying how he feel or how he felt. And he made a diss song about Eminem called The Black Slim Shady. So he's mad. He's in his feelings. I'm going to, go over in this lane real quick. If anybody should be mad, it kind of should be Snoop for real. Because if you look at it, when Snoop performed, he performed every song that he was a guest on. Still DRE, and the next episode, those Dr. Dre songs. He ain't get to do none of his solo songs. He ain't get to do Gin and Juice, What's My Name, Drop It Like It's Hot. He ain't get to do anything from his Death Row catalog to the No Limit catalog to anything after that. He just did that, in support for Dr. Dre, and he understood it was a big moment of hip hop. So if anybody kind of should be mad, it should be him, because he ain't get to do none of his solo stuff. Kendrick Lamar did, 50 Cent did, Dr. Dre did, of course, and Mary J. Blige did. But not him. But off of that. Anyway, Game, felt that he should have been there, so he aimed at Eminem. Game, if you was going to be mad at anybody, you should have been mad at Dr. Dre, because he the one that didn't invite you. It wasn't a Jay-Z call, it was a Dr. Dre call. Get over it. So now you made a diss song called The Black Slim Shady. I'm going to just say this about this diss song, right? I heard better from the Game. I really, really have. 300 bars, pest control. He came at a lot of rappers, in his career. But he came at a lot of rappers better. Whether if it was 50 in the G Unit, Ja Rule, taking shots at Jay-Z, Meek Mill, Myth Bleak, the Young Guns, Sean Kingston, and whoever else, at the moment, he felt like dissing. I heard better from the Game. This song, The Black Slim Shady, it's about 10 minutes long. That ain't even, why I don't necessarily, like it too much, because I listen to 300 bars and that's close to 10 minutes. And I listen to Pest Control and that's close to 10 minutes. 200 bars was close to 10 minutes. A couple of his diss songs is real long. This one just wasn't hitting for me. I felt he could have came better. He came at other people better. Like I said, Meek Mill, Sean Kingston, Young Guns, G Unit, Ja Rule, you know what I'm saying? But I will say this about that song. It's better than anything that Nick Cannon and Benzino did. I'm just being honest. I heard other people come at Eminem better than that. Cannabis, Ja Rule. I just heard better. Or anybody that took little, sly subliminal shots at him. Point is, I don't know if Eminem gonna respond to this. Game, you could have did a whole lot better. I ain't saying I'm on one side of this beef. I ain't saying I'm on the other side of this beef. All I'm saying, if there is gonna be some type of rap battle, if y'all is gonna go at it, Game, you should have came a whole lot better. And this ain't because a lot of people, say, Eminem is the GOAT. He ain't the GOAT to me. You know what I'm saying? He might be in my top 25, talented. Ain't hating on the man. But like I said, overall, I just heard better from the Game coming at people. I done heard better, when people was coming at, Eminem, like I said, Ja Rule, Cannabis, and whoever. Overall, you could have did better, Game, and you should have did better. Do y'all agree? Do y'all disagree? Y'all free to tell me what y'all think. Let me know. Like and comment. Now, the blunt is now out of session. The session is over. We just want to say, this is the NFL part 1 of the Kickoff show. And we here for a long 17 weeks. So blunt heads, blunt world, blunt universe. Stay blunted. When it's real, they gonna feel it. When it's real, it can't be ignored. This Tay Adams, and I'm signing off.
I don't need a fucking cosigner to post rhymes for controversy. I'm calculated, your validation does not concern me. You created a character you can market, but I'm sharp enough to sharpen my view whenever you charge him. I can